Good morning! Today we would like to demonstrate what we call the storage revolution. So we're going to deploy an infinite capacity filer that could easily replace your legacy hardware from your data center. So we'll be doing this using Cloud Gateway Virtual Appliance from NuageLabs, and the whole process displayed real time in this video will take less than 5 minutes. So step 1, Cloud Gateway Virtual Appliance installation. Let's just drag and drop and deploy the virtual machine image of the virtual appliance onto the appropriate resource. In our demo, we are using VirtualBox on a standard MacBook laptop, which is why we're actually downgrading a little bit the standard recommended configuration of the virtual machine, which is intended for a server deployment. So now the virtual appliance is ready for its first boot, so we are just starting it up. You can see that Cloud Gateway is based on a standard Debian distribution. So this first boot is over. The console is now displaying useful information such as the default root and user passwords of the appliance. You should write this down as they will be useful later. You might also want to use this console to change these passwords or to set up VLANs, but that's all. Above all, it's actually displaying the IP address of the web user interface we're going to use to configure the Cloud Gateway appliance. Now that the installation process is over, let's open a web browser and let's access the web user interface using the IP address we got earlier. Step 2. Configuration of your brand new virtual filer. First, you need to log in using the access you got from the console earlier. First thing you see is a dashboard on which you will be able to monitor the gateway, and there are several menus on the left column. General configuration could be useful for fine-tuning of the gateway, but we will keep on the defaults in this demo. Let's jump directly to storage management. This is where we will configure the object storage backend that we need to use to feed the volumes we will be creating later. This could be any kind of S3 or OpenStack Swift public or private cloud. Could be, for instance, Amazon's, Flare, Rackspace, could be almost any object store really. In this demo, we are just using the public cloud of our European partner Orange, which is called CloudWatt. We decide not to activate compression and encryption features, just to keep it simple at this stage. Now that our object storage has been configured, let's just create our first volume. This step is actually pretty easy. Just choose a name, choose on which object store you would like to connect it to, and then just define the appropriate access rights you would like to use. And it's done. Now we have a created volume. We need to set up an export of this volume in order to be able to mount it on other servers. I could set up a CIFS export based on Active Directory, for instance, but in this demo we will just create a simple wildcard NFS export so that I'm able to mount it on my MacBook laptop. Now we are almost done. All we need to do is to start the service. I see here that the appliance doesn't allow me to start the system yet, which is normal as I haven't uploaded my license file. Now you should get this license as you purchase Cloud Gateway, so I just uploaded the file and now we'll be able to start the appliance. So we can see that everything is okay, at the upper LEDs are now green, and this means we didn't make any mistake during the configuration process. So step 3, back on my system now, I will mount our brand new storage volume using NFS. And it's really easy, and we can see that this volume is now available and displays an amazing capacity of nearly 10 exabyte. Just take a minute to understand that 10 exabyte means 10,000 petabyte or 10 million terabyte. In other words, this is a volume of infinite capacity and the system is just displaying the maximum value it can handle. Now this whole process took less than 5 minutes, and this virtual filer could replace any hardware that is saturating your data center. So are you ready for a storage revolution? Join us on NuageLabs.com.